Imagine this. You're a CEO. You've built a tech empire from nothing. You're walking through an airport, briefcase in hand, ready to close a multi-million-dollar deal. Then, out of nowhere, a security officer stops you. He doesn't care about your suit, your title, or your success. He sees one thing: the color of your skin. And what happens next? It's humiliating. It's infuriating. But what this man does in response, it shocks the world. Stay with me, because this story of Marcus Jackson will leave you speechless. Hit that like button if you've ever felt judged unfairly, and let's dive in. Marcus Jackson wasn't born with a silver spoon. Growing up in a small town, he was the kid who loved computers more than basketball. Picture a 12-year-old hunched over a clunky old PC, teaching himself to code while his mom worked double shifts as a nurse. Systemic barriers? Oh, they were there. Schools in his neighborhood barely had computers. College scholarships? They seemed to go to everyone but kids like him. But Marcus had grit. He had a dream: to build tech that made the world fairer. By 35, Marcus was the CEO of Code Equal, a tech company revolutionizing hiring software to eliminate bias. His app used algorithms to anonymize resumes, ensuring talent, not names or faces, got the job. Investors loved him. Employees admired him. He was a black man who'd beaten the odds, dressed in tailored suits, speaking at global conferences. But success doesn't erase prejudice. And one day, at an airport in Chicago, Marcus's world turned upside down. What do you think happened? Drop a comment below. Have you ever been judged before someone knew your story? Let's keep going. It was a chilly November morning in 2024. Marcus was headed to New York for a critical meeting with investors. His company, Code Equal, was about to secure $50 million to expand globally. Picture him: navy suit, polished shoes, a smile that said, "I've got this." His briefcase held his laptop, his speech, his future. But as he approached the TSA checkpoint, something felt off. A security officer, let's call him Officer Daniels, locked eyes with Marcus. The officer's face hardened. He waved Marcus aside, away from the priority lane he'd paid for. "Step over here, sir," he said, voice cold. Marcus stayed calm. "Sure, no problem," he replied, handing over his ID. But Daniels wasn't looking at the ID. He was looking at Marcus, his skin, his presence. "Open your bag," Daniels demanded. Marcus complied, but the officer rifled through it like he was searching for gold. Papers scattered. Marcus's laptop was pulled out, inspected like it was a bomb. People stared. A woman whispered to her husband. A child pointed. Marcus's heart raced, but he kept his cool. Then Daniel said it. "You don't look like you belong in first class." Let that sink in. A CEO, a man who'd built a company from scratch, told he didn't look like he belonged. The humiliation burned. Marcus could have shouted, could have caused a scene. But what he did next, it's not what you expect. Stick around. This gets wild. Marcus took a deep breath. The airport was a stage now, and all eyes were on him. He could feel the weight of every stare, every phone recording. Officer Daniels stood there, expecting Marcus to crumble. But Marcus didn't yell. He didn't curse. Instead, he smiled. "Officer," he said, voice steady as steel, "I'm Marcus Jackson, CEO of Code Equal. This laptop you're holding, it runs software that's helping companies hire fairly, so people like you don't judge people like me." The crowd went silent. Daniels froze. Marcus kept going. "I've faced this my whole life, and every time I prove I belong. Want to check my ticket again?" He handed over his first-class boarding pass. Daniel scanned it, his face reddening. The machine beeped. Valid. The crowd murmured, some clapping. A young black girl, maybe 10, watched wide-eyed from the line, her mom nodding proudly. Marcus noticed her and winked. That moment, it wasn't just about him. It was for her, for every kid who'd faced the same bias. But Marcus wasn't done. He pulled out his phone, opened X, and posted, "Just got profiled at Chicago O'Hare. My response? Keep building tech that fights bias. Hashtag code equal." The post went viral. By the time Marcus boarded his flight, thousands were sharing it. Tech blogs picked it up. Investors in New York saw it before he even landed. At the meeting, Marcus walked in head high. The investors stood to applaud, not just for his pitch, but for his courage. They signed the $50 million deal on the spot. Code Equal software would now reach millions, leveling the playing field for job seekers worldwide. What would you have done in Marcus's shoes? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading every one. This moment changed everything, but the story's not over yet. Marcus Jackson's story isn't just about one man beating the odds. It's about systemic bias, a problem that's real, whether you're in an airport, a boardroom, or a job interview. His company, Code Equal, is using technology to fight back, making sure talent wins over prejudice. But this fight isn't over. Every day, people face what Marcus did. Maybe you've been there, judged for your skin, your accent, your background. So what can we do? Share your story. Speak up. Support tech that promotes fairness. And if you're inspired by Marcus, check out Code Equal's work. It's changing lives. Before you go, hit that like button if this story moved you. Subscribe and ring the bell for more stories of triumph over injustice. And let's talk. What's one way you've fought bias in your life? Drop it in the comments. Together, we can build a world where no one's humiliated for who they are. I'll see you in the next video.